case. Put my get close to the thing. Like, oh, so, oh, oh.
Just take the case off.
I still gonna sound like that screen thing. Yes, you said I did. Us, this is it.
Nah, I won't allow that. Yeah.
All right, hey, Shalom. All
Shalom.
right, first off, on the face the east, give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone and teacher who will as always speaks the salutations to the elect. We the brothers from the Great Millstone Dallas branch coming back at you on another Friday. The prophesy the downfall of this kingdom. America known as Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon according to the book of Revelation, the mother of all harlots. To let yourself out, Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans know that you are the true folk of Israel.
Come.
Right, and that Yahweh, the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is your power. And none else, like it says in the book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 22. See, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for your iniquity, man. And that's why you see these curses running rampant upon our people. All right. Nobody is at a state or has ever been through what you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans have been through and are going through even unto this day. See, while we're in the lands of our captivity, you are still under the curses, man. That's why people are at the bottom. That's why they downtrodden. That's why they're oppressed. All right. That's why no matter what you do, no matter how much money you make in the society, you always gonna be a proverb and a byword, man. You see, and at any moment, Esau can take those riches. You see, that's why the scriptures tell us what: trust not in oppression, and also to trust not in uncertain riches, man. See, the true riches that our people look over are the riches of the scriptures and treasures, man. See, because ultimately this is treasure, man. Through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we've come back into the knowledge of knowing who we are, knowing who Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is, all right, and knowing that this current world is about to end, man. All right, because a lot of our people on this side have no clue that the world is about to end. That world that they love so much, this America, this current life, this Western society is about to be done away with, man. See, the new heavens and the new earth, according to the scriptures, is about to be established, man. See, the kingdom of heaven. All right, but we gonna I got something. Go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah 33 and 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right. Hey, can you get that there? Can you get that, bro? Let's go into that word treasure. You know what I'm saying? Read. That's what I'm saying. Because what our people about to find out, man, that they've been walking past what could have saved their life, man. You see? Because as this world falls, people are going to try to save their lives, man. And what did Yahweh shall say? He that try to save his life shall lose it. You see? You have to be willing to let this place go. Like Morpheus told Neo, you got to let it all go. Like what that nigga do? He leaped and jumped. He jumped across to a whole other building, man. See, we got to let it all go. And we have to step out on faith, man. But we coming into a time to where that's all we going to have, man. Is our faith to stand on, man. See? We ain't going to have money. We ain't going to have money. Money is not going to be able to save us. Wealth, possession is not going to be able to save us. You having a fucking bunker is not going to be able to save you, man. You stocking up all this food and you doing a plan every weekend with your family. You got the bug out bag. All that shit it ain't gonna save you, man. You see, nothing wrong with having you got a bug out man. Okay, that's cool. But ultimately, you got to understand the only way you're going to be saved out of this is if you in the sanctuary, man. Like it says in Psalms 91, that secret place, man. So that's the fun. Got that, bro?
And Esau, Edom, sure ain't gonna save you. With all these bunkers and all this, saving up, doing that, that's from his realm. So if he ain't gonna be saved, all he's telling you that's gonna save you, it ain't gonna work at the end of the day.
Right.
This is Isaiah 33 and 6 in the NLT, and it reads, KJV.
See, this is where it starts, man. This is the fear of the Lord. The elder and Naza pushes that heavy fear and faith, man. You see, because hey, the access to all that power that you read about in the scriptures, it starts with the fear. That's the access, man. You see, fear. The fear of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation.
Right.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right. Wisdom and knowledge. What wisdom and knowledge? He's talking about Esau's college education. And it's talking about the knowledge of, you know what I'm saying, the guys of Egypt. No, it's talking about the wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures, man.
Right.
Because this is true wisdom. As it says in 1 Corinthians, I think it's in the book of Corinthians. Yeah, it's talking about how the Lord made the word of the wisdom foolish, man. Foolishness, man. Right, because this is foolishness, man. Coming into the truth, you see that all these people are going to college, they putting themselves in hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and they no closer of knowing what the fuck's really going on, man. They don't know who they are. You see these particular degrees that they get, these masters, all that shit. They go into the job and they can't even get a fucking job that they went to school for. They got to settle for, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to find anything, man. You see, because at the end of the day, AI is taking over every industry, man.
Yeah.
You see?
And let me ask you what you just said, because they think getting a degree is an upward move. Actually, it's a downward move. Because now Esau, Edom teaches you what? His story. Not history, right? His story. You become indoctrinated in his lies.
Right.
So he rewards you for believing and selling his lies. So it's a degree down, not a degree up, because that makes you lose more of your origin.
Right.
Now you're taking on to Esau's origin. You're preaching his doctrine. Just a degree down, not up. That's why he rewards you. If you got a doctorate degree, PhD, a master's, you get more money. You go into his job for it. Because you're elevating his kingdom, his empire at the end of the day, man.
Right. And if you can find a job, it's not even
Like I say, I can get out. Like I say, college, the longer you go and the higher degree you get, the more you owe in debt. See, that's the thing they set up. So when you get out and start your life as as an adult, start your whole life and basically starting a family, all these things, you're already in big major debt because you went to college.
Right.
And like you mentioned about how you're trying to find a job, bro, you ain't guaranteed to be working at the job or the degree you read. The people you think working at Walmart thinking they having what I got a master's degree in something such and such. What you doing? I'm a clerk at Walmart. That's what Esau does. He sets you up to be in debt when you ever start. So wherever you start life, you're gonna start at the bottom, in debt. This is a debt society. That's what he has planned out and set up for you to have. That is no way of living.
Isaiah 33 and 6, it reads, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right. Real quick, my bad. Let me go to this in Ecclesiastes real quick. All right. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 7, real quick. And then you want to read it one more time. It says Ecclesiastes 7 in verse 11 in the NLT. It says wisdom is even better when you have money. Both are a benefit as you go through life. Wisdom and money can get you almost anything, but only wisdom can save your life. You see? So that's why I tie back into what the brother read in Isaiah 33 and 6. This is what's truly going to save your life. Save your life, man. Taking heed unto the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah. Listening to the warning that's going out, man. You see? Listen to the warning, because this is ultimately the salvation what we're preaching about, man. See, salvation through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shah, man. See, let's get into that word. Brother ain't gonna preach it. No, that word is trust. I got to that. Yeah.
This is treasure. In the blue letter, the Strong's H214 or SAR.
He is what. Okay. Yeah. Read.
This is treasure. In the blue letter, Strong's H214 or SAR.
So keep that in mind. What we're talking about, how Elder Arianaza down here in the Dallas got pushes faith and fear. You read about, uh, spiritual power. You read about access to, you know what I'm saying, being protected. You know what I'm saying? You read about the relationship that the Lord had with the prophets. Like, see how he protected them. They have divine intervention. This is the way for you to access it, man. See, go ahead, bro.
It says storehouse, magazine.
Right,
Magazines of weapons. Yahweh Shem Shah's armory.
right. See, it's an armory. That's your way into that storehouse. To just like in the Matrix, when they was about to, when him and Trinity was about to go back in the Matrix to save what's the nigga name, Morpheus, and when they loaded up in that room, and then you had all the fucking shells of guns just pouring in. That's the armory. You can liken that unto the armory of Yahweh Shem Shah. Now you tap into that fear gives you access to that storehouse with all these spiritual weapons that you need to fight the spiritual battle. You got a lot of Israelites out there talking about carnal means. Carnal means you are not going to be able to defeat the so-called white man, the Edomites, carnally, man.
Right.
This is not a carnal battle that we fight. This is a spiritual battle, man. You see, and the weapons of the spirit are stronger than the weapons of the flesh, bro. You see, go ahead,
This is Ephesians 6:16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
right? You see what?
Ephesians 6:16.
Right. You see that going there? That's going into the armor. That's going into the armor of the Lord. How do you get that? Well, first, it's still, the only way to get that is through that access, and to have access to it is through fear. You see, it opens up so much. It's good to say fear is the beginning of wisdom. It's a lot. So going back into the point, this is how you tap into that access that we read about. The Lord covering, you know what I'm saying? The Lord covering the elect. Psalms 91 and divine intervention. By the Lord said, you're going to tread over line. How you think? It's not that. Hey, everybody don't have access to these weapons, bro. So if you have access to these weapons, use them. This is what's going to save your life. You know? That's okay.
And I mean, back in Isaiah 13:6, also the word time goes to a time of event. So all these things got to take place because an event going to happen. You ain't like you got an armory just going to sit there and do nothing. No, something has to happen to activate that armory.
Right.
Meaning a time of event, the crisis is going to take place.
Right. And this is your time right now, to practice with these spiritual weapons, man. You want to step into Jacob's trouble knowing how to use these weapons, man. See, you don't see a man of war just buy a sword and he's just sitting there and he's not using it, he's not practicing with it. Get used to how to. That way, when he go into battle, he's used to his weapon. He know how to use it. He know how to swing it. He know how to use that shield. Likewise, with the spiritual weapons that we have through that access, this is practice right now. Now the Lord is training us. See, we in training. We're being trained how to use these weapons, how to use the shield, how to use the helmet, how to use the spoon. See, that way when we step into Jacob's trouble, all right, we can step into it with confidence, knowing that, hey, we got the weapons and we know how to use them. Versus somebody, look like somebody, corner six with a gun, ain't never used a gun before. He don't know what the fuck to do with it. You want to try to pull the trigger and not knowing you got to cock that bitch back, got to take the safety out, got to do all this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right.
Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, for moth and rust does corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust does corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Start from the top. Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt,
Right.
and where thieves break through and steal.
Right. So this money that we have right now, this wealth, the possessions that we have can be taken. You know, go to the damn, you go to the damn get gas pump, you use your fucking car, and that day you know on your way home, you got to fucking charge from Amazon. You got to fucking charge from Amazon. You if you wait in fucking California, like, what the fuck? So they show you, hey, you know what I'm saying? You wake up, a nigga hack your phone, hack into your bank account, showing you that this shit is temporary and it's uncertain. See, but the treasures that the Howard Shot's putting us on, these are forever treasures, man. This is something that Esau can't take away. You know what I'm saying? Only person to take these treasures away is Yahweh Shabbat Shah. Like that, right?
They say moving that around the World War II time frame, is that when they had when everybody went to the bank and they had seized the money, you know.
Yeah, 1929, the bank, like Tuesday when the bank crashed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you put up, you couldn't get your money out. So that's the thing. It's cash. Bank. Everybody, when they got their money in the bank and all that, they can take their money away from you like it ain't nothing. You know, even like an example, what was it, a couple of years ago with Kanye West? He made him turned him from a billionaire to a millionaire within a day or two. That's let you know that the rules can add or take away from you that money you have. You know, so that's yours, but it's really not yours. You know?
right. Verse 20. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Right. See, so these treasures can't be tapped away, they can't be corrupted. You know what I'm saying? It's something we can tap into and we're gonna have access to tap into in the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to lay up those spiritual treasures, man. See, doing the work, being brotherly, showing charity, brotherly love,
Being studied.
right? Being studying, living the fruits of the spirit, man. See, so hey, this is gonna pay out, bro. The brotherhood is gonna be the brotherhood is gonna be a huge benefit in the times we're coming into.
And one of those not the gateway to the kingdom.
Man,
It's a close thing to it.
hey,
See?
I'm saying the brotherhood is gonna it's really gonna shine. It's really gonna shine, man. Like I think you had put in the chat that time, Elder, like you know, you may have missed a class or whatever, you know what I mean? You bro, something there's something in the spirit of being around the brothers, bro. That's because the spirit of Yahweh Shemel shines in us, man. You see, we talk about it all the time. Hey, when we together, bro, brother Jake in there cooking, and man, the food be on a whole nother fucking level, bro. And you go home and try to duplicate that shit, it don't taste the same.
Yeah.
But the spirit ain't there, man. The spirit with bro, we congregate, you enjoy, we listen to music, drink, you know, got a wine or whatever, you look around, bro, and these are glimpses of the kingdom, bro.
Yeah.
These are glimpses of what the hey, and we gonna be able to tap into that in times of Jacob's trouble, man. When we down, we going through. You think you ain't gonna remember man, bro? In that time, you know what I'm saying? You don't think, man, that's gonna make you fucking fight, man. You know,
Conversations that we have, you know, amongst each other about the times that we're coming into. We've been gearing ourselves, ready or getting ourselves ready for the times, you know, that's coming by, you know, how we conduct our conversation or you know, interact with one another in our conversation to one another. That's what we all on into. When we get together, you know, okay, yeah, we have a good time, but what are we talking about? We ain't talking about folly. We're talking about the times that we're coming into, right? You know, and that's power in that to know that guess what? We've been speaking about World War III for the longest. We've been speaking about these Edomites coming against us for the longest. You know, speak about economic wars for the longest. So we see these things, it's empowering. Like, okay, wow. You know?
This is Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. And like I said, so we're basically borrowers in this world. So that's when we go into the physical aspect of it. And then I just elsewhere to Matthew 6 going to what that spiritual aspect of it, basically storing your treasures up. You know, you can store your treasures up here physically, money and all you want. But like you say, you're still a borrower. You're still subject to the lender. Okay, I mean, you know, you're a lender. You're still subject to who? The ones that's giving you these things, the lender. All right. And we know who the lenders, these bankers and all these people that basically rule the world. You know, they hold majority of the money here. So, like I said, they can take that away from you anytime. But the spirit that we have, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we started off with, not that around the 6th verse, Esau can't take that away from you. You know, we're going around like I said, when brothers are speaking amongst each other. We have like fellowship, you know. So we're storing treasure as we speak. We can be at that listening to music, got the yayan, and all of a sudden, you might get into a deep spiritual conversation. Music stop, you might have an anointing. All right, those are part of storing those treasures up in heaven. You know, having that faith. That's showing how deep the faith is, especially here in GMS. So we're gonna constantly keep the Lord in all our thoughts. You know,
we right now we investing.
yeah.
Hey, can we get that etymology in that word to invest? You go into it, it means, if I'm not mistaken, it goes into being clothed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, being clothed. What are we doing right? We investing. We being clothed by this truth. And it's truth, man. And that's about I learned. Yeah. It should say like to be, yeah, invest into my, it should pop up against the Bible.
Investment or just investment?
It's an invest.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's right. And invest like a fish, but on the top where you got it. Yes.
This is invest in the Edamon line. I said late 14th century to clothe
Right.
in the official robes of an office.
Right. So we being clothed in the official role of an office. What is this office be? Man? See, ultimately, you know, we right now that we trying out to be the new rulers of the planet Earth. Man, right? See, that paradigm shift is happening right now, like the elder said. Look how long the apostles have been speaking about this. Brothers, our elders, the bishops, been speaking about this, man, and it's happening. So we seeing that change, we seeing the effect of this new song go out in the earth, and it's changing everything, man. And that's something that Esau is scared of, man. Esau is scared of this new song going out. He's in the scared of. The only way we're gonna sing that new song will be that the Lord put us back in remembrance of that song. You know what I'm saying? That it tells you in Revelation 11 what we've been brought back. We breathed that life into us. Now we remember. See, we standing on our feet. We singing that song now. It's causing an effect in the earth. It's causing this man kingdom to fall, man. So, see, you know what I'm talking about?
This is an Edamon line. Invest. It's a late 14th century to clothe in the official robe of an office. It said to clothe in, cover, or surround. It says vesture to dress, clothe.
Right. One more time.
This is invest in the Edamon line, late 14th century, to clothe in the official robes of an office, to clothe in, cover.
Right, to cover. This is the cover, right? So what we investing in, when we putting our time in, the lessons, being helping brothers move, you know what I'm saying? Fixing the plate, fixing the plate. Hey, bro, don't think that's nothing light, man. Because this whole ministry is about serving. Didn't Yahushua say, follow my example? What was Yahushua? Yahushua was teaching the disciples, look, this is about serving, bro. See? What did he say? The Son of Man didn't come here to be ministered, but to minister, man. See, to serve. See? And what we have to follow our Lord's example, man. That's why he said, hey, the greatest among you, he should, you know what I'm saying? That he should be a servant, man. You know, roughly paraphrasing, man. See? So something that's fixing the plate, bro. Taking the brother, you know, brother, giving the brother a nap, giving the brother water, bro. These are you being built up, you being taught traits. You know what I'm saying? You being clothed, man. See? Right. You know? Learning etiquette. Right.
To be obedient at the end of the day, man. And that's what we failed. We failed from what? Being obedient to serve, which is contrary to this world. This world is all about pride. I'm gonna get mine, right? You're not worried about your brother. You're not worried about what's going on over here. You're just thinking about number one. But we're learning what? To be contrary to this world. That's how we know this is Babylon. Babylon Because America claims to be what? A God-fearing nation. They don't fear Yahweh Shemel Shah. How do you know? Look at the fruits. Look at the action. Look all around you. America's all about destruction. It's not about preserving or serving. Because in that word preserve, it's serve. It's all about destruction, man. Got it.
All right, so let's get this in Colossians chapter.
This is Colossians 3, starting at verse 9.
Go back to the top real quick, and then jump down there. Yeah, read that.
Colossians 3 and verse 1 in the MSG. So if you're serious about living this new resurrection life with Mashiach, act like it. Pursue.
Right, you gotta act like it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live it. You gotta live this, man.
That's the elect.
Right, you know what I'm saying? On the camera and off the camera. Right. Yep.
You can come out here all day long and act a certain way on the camera. How you conduct yourself when you're off the camera. How you conduct yourself in your everyday life. That's where it counts. Yeah, we are far short, but you know, we all have to come to the point where we're trying to find ourselves.
Colossians 3, I started at the top again and say, so if you're serious about living this new resurrection life, Mashiach, act like it. Pursue the things over which Mashiach preside. Don't shuffle along the eyes to the ground.
Right. That's what a lot of these people are doing. These people are walking around with their eyes to the ground. Didn't the Lord say, look up, your redemption draw down? Right. That salvation draw down. We're supposed to constantly be watching, looking up, man, because this is where our salvation is going to come from, man. It's going to come from the heavens, bro. You know? Keep going, bro.
It says, absorb the things right in front of you. Look up and be alert to what is going on around Mashiach.
Right.
That's where the action is.
Like I said,
Right. Being alert is being aware of prophecy, right? Because the spirit of Yahweh Shai, or a title of his Mashiach, right? The anointing one is what prophecy, right? Right. So you're taking heed of the times that we're living in, as he says in what Sirach 39th chapter, right? He that's given unto the law is who's paraphrase that he's occupied in prophecy. Right? That's why brothers are constantly doing updates on news and what prophecy. Because the things that you see around you temporarily, right, is leading to your Yahweh Shah return. So you're not stuck in the cloud. You're not, as I said earlier in the scripture, you're not walking with your head down. Somebody walk with their head down, they're deep in their thoughts, they're deep in their problems, right? Yeah, we all have problems, but the biggest thing that we're trying to do is overcome this life. Right. So our problems, things that nature, put secondary to this ministry. Right. You know?
Read last one.
Yeah, it says back in at the bottom of Colossians 3, verse 2, it says, look up and be alert on what is going on around Mashiach. That's where the action is.
Right.
See things from his perspective.
Right. You gotta see things from the Lord's perspective. See? That's what it's about, man. We're supposed to change your mind, bro. They word repent, you go into the man with mother, like I think you're going to the New Testament, that word repent, it means like to have your mind changed, you know? Your mind has to be changed. Tell you second every you gotta see through your mind, see through your own understanding and form your mind. Yeah. See? So we still watching that, and we kind of touched on that last night too. Or why the destruction ain't come, because we still have bits of the world that the Lord has to wash out. We may not see it. See? We may not see the parts of the world that, you know what I'm saying, that we still got on us. But the Lord do. That's why this shit ain't it's collapsed yet, man. Because the Lord is still washing it and cleaning the elect up, man. See? That's like
Romans 12 and 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Well, it says, be not conformed to this world, like the brother said. We have bits and pieces of the the ways of the world dwelling within ourselves, man. You know, that as you get deeper or you tour along in the truth, you see certain elements and certain defense mechanisms that you have that you have to rectify. Like, damn, I ain't know I had that problem. I need to get that right. And sometimes it take years. So there's certain things that's a part of us that that it takes a long time to earn out. The Lord has given us that grace, like the brother brought out, to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Because it actually talks about that in Colossians the 3rd chapter. Well, how we once did some things according to the world, but now that you have changed those things, you have to put off of wrath, malice, and all these other things.
Yeah.
You know, because there's certain things that's going to arise and happen in the truth. You gotta, okay, man, this brother did this, or this happened, this brother said that, or this offense happened. You gonna have to figure out how to, put on mercy. You know what I'm saying? Basically, put on the attributes of your Habashan, right? Long suffering, things of that nature. I don't. It's certain. Go ahead.
If I can add to what you're saying, man, that's the perfecting of the saints. The perfecting of the saints, meaning that, hey, we've been here in Babylon for so long, man. We got shit that's inside of us, like the elder said, that we don't even know, but the Lord knows. And he's given us that grace spirit to what? To work it out through the washing of the word, washing of our minds. The priest said what? Get the word repent. The word repent says here to change the mind on the course of conduct on account of regret or dissatisfaction. We got many regrets here, man. And that's coming back to the Lord Yahweh Shemel, the contrite mind. You're supposed to be saved of your conduct in Esau's kingdom, man. You want to change your conduct because in Esau's kingdom, pride is exalted. Oh, I got this. People look good. Women love that. Men love that. Oh, I got this. Well, we know we don't got it. Because you can't save your own life.
Right. Let's think about it, bro. See, we was born in sin.
Right.
So how much more you think gonna take to clean us up? It ain't gonna happen overnight. Man. Some things be good at, now you got some other shit to face. So yourself is the biggest enemy,
Yep.
But at least we, through the spirit of power, Yahweh from side, we acknowledge it and we begging and want to do right. And we trying.
Right.
The world ain't trying. No, you got it.
That's like that old man is always going to print back up. That worldly man that the Lord. This is like going until you being brainwashed. To be honest with you, like Christians, they brainwash. You can tell them they're gonna believe it. Look at Kobe Bryant. He had a certain way. He was like, "This is how I'm gonna do things." When you set it, your mind is set on something, you stick to it. But like I said, at washing, when you clean something, when you clean at one end and you keep going over a period of time, what dust will start getting back on it. That's like that. This thing's starting to creep back in. You got to go right back through it and clean it again in due time.
Car wash. Yeah. Car wash. You got to always wash your car.
Spiritual car wash. And the other red to be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Renewed, is back, do mean again, but also mean refresh. We got to our mind got to be refreshed, man.
And then you look at the ancient, like an older traditional way of washing before they had washing schools. Right, it's a strenuous, thing. Like you got to put pressure on, you know what I'm saying? You got to scrub. Some stains you got to beat out. You know what I'm saying? That's that tribulation in hell that we catch. Lord, he's pressing, he's scrubbing that stain out, beat that stain out.
Agitate.
Right.
Yeah. Take things.
Right. Let's get that. You know what I'm saying? Let go of that balance and aiming down.
This is Colossians.
Yes, okay.
It's Colossians 3:3. It says, "Your old life is dead. Your new life."
Sit down. It's a lot.
Nah, that boy is not going, bro.
I'm the charger, bro. That's my fault. Still like it, bro. Damn, Jake. Still like it, brother.
God. This is Colossians 3:3 in MSG. It says, "Your old life is dead.
Hey, check and see if I'm still
Your
going.
new life, which is your real life, even though invisible to spectators, is with Mashiach and power
Right. Your old life is dead. The ways of this world and your certain ambitions that you had, it's dead. Meaning
You good, huh?
cut it off. Right? And our life, is now flourishing with Yahweh Shai. Even though the world they can't see, what we involved in. There's a very we're involved in. So it's invisible to people who don't have eyes to see, nor ears to hear, as it says in Matthew 13 chapter.
Right.
You know?
Said about 50. Yeah, about 50. Kind of saw the last of them.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is
Now you can say
Colossians 3:3 in MSG. It says, your old life is dead.
Right.
Your new life,
like who used to be in the world, you know what I'm saying, is dead. Like the hell we're going to. These people can't see. That's why when your family see you, they think you this. They still think you're the same dude, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
it says your new life, which is your real life, even though invisible to spectators.
Right, invisible is invisible to these people, man. Just like the wind is invisible. Yeah, how was I talking about the wind? The spirit is like the wind. You know what I'm saying? But like the elder said, you feel it and you see the effects of it, like the flags, though. Yeah, you see, just like the spirit. You see, you can't see the spirit, but you see the effects of that is having on the believer in their lives. You know what I'm saying?
I go like your family members, our manners change. They see that now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see
you know,
it.
yeah, you
Not the same.
we ain't the same. You know
Not the
what I'm saying? Our manners has changed. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
There's something different about you.
Yeah.
That's what they'll say, right? And whether they say it to you, they say it amongst themselves. The son ain't seen you. He has something about him now, right?
Right.
I work with a bunch of old cats. Their conversation is 401k stocks. They're saying that to me and telling me, I should invest.
Yeah.
See, my mind ain't on that.
Right.
But I don't tell them that. I just say, I'm just nod my head. Okay, all right, okay. Because we know we're storing up our treasures in heaven, not Esau's land, not Esau's kingdom. Knowing what's coming, and a lot of those old cats, 82, 60 something, they banking on the fact that they've been buying stocks for a long time. So I'm thinking to myself while they talk to me, when the CEO come out, they're gonna take it because they're not gonna want to lose that.
But
He ain't too.
you
He alone.
I think better think it's too late to live now.
he ain't gonna be able to do that. He gonna die first.
Hey, look at Esau's kingdom. He wants you to work till you retire and still right into a break.
And we look at the definition where it talks about it, Daniel 7:25, worrying out the saints and going into the root of it. And get the Hebrew lexicon that says to wear out by sickness, age, and cares.
Yep.
So a man wastes away. That's exactly this American life, man. Everybody fucking sick, we aging, we got all these goddamn shit you gotta worry about, man. People blow the fuck out, man. That's why niggas is crashing out on the internet. Ooh, niggas showing their checks. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is wilding the fuck out, bro. To the point that they offer niggas over minors over not getting salt on their fries. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is the state. Man, bro, tearing it up, bro. They crashed the whole goddamn car in the Burger King on fucking sauce package. They ruined his life.
Man.
Yeah, bro. In the rent. Wait.
Like in Colossians 3, verse 3, the top of it says, the old life is dead, your new life, which is your real life, even though invisible to spectators, is with Mashiach in power. Here is your life with Mashiach. Your real life, remember, shows up again on this earth. You will show up. It says, your old life is dead. Your new life, which is your real life, even though invisible to spectators, is with Mashiach in power.
Right. This is our life now. This ministry, brothers. This is our life now. You know what I'm saying, people?
It says, here is your life when Mashiach shows up again on this earth. You will show up too.
Right.
The real you.
Right. The real, because we got bodies in the hips, right? Lord willing, we're part of that numbers. You got fasting. You know, that Paul talking about anything. He wanted to put off this earthly house and put on that heavenly. See? So I feel like how much you know what I'm saying? These people, it's not the this is just what shit. We don't spirits that goes back to Genesis chapter 1 and 1, where it says God created all the highest created the heavens and the earth. If we don't spirits, bro, this is just a shell. This is not our real self, bro. No, this not it. But we hoping to get back into our real self, man. See the expressions of ourselves. Man,
really have really just had time to really just sit down and just really know who we are. I'm talking about in righteousness. Right? Now we understand ourselves by indulgence, drinking, fucking all these things that nature. But truly have leadership and to express yourself, we yet to have that.
right.
When the kingdom comes, we gonna have that true expression, man. You know? And this is who we are. This is spirit. This is what my spirit was made from for Yahweh by Shah.
Right.
I'm supposed to be doing this on earth. I'm supposed to be over this secular world. I'm supposed to be over the ocean or this particular part of the ocean, this particular peninsula of people. You know what I'm saying? You have to have that expression. And the whole time while we're on the earth, we're trying to find different lenses of that expression. It sometimes leads to us tripping. We want to feel like the man, or feel like they have some type of promise. Fuck what it is. Get money. You know what I'm saying? Get a nice job, or get a hobby, and all these things that can take you away from the truth. We're just fighting for that moment of expression.
Yeah.
You know? So when Yahweh Shah comes, we're going to get that truth. And we'll be our true selves.
And
You know?
That, you know, Colossians 3 and verse 4, it said, when Mashiach shows up again on this earth, you will show up too. The real you, the glorious you. Meanwhile, be content with obscurity like Mashiach.
like that word security real cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of people that what do you say?
Be content.
Be content. A lot of people are not content with being security, man. Like the elder said, they're gonna be the man. They want to be seen. They want to be at the forefront. And you see what happened to men who do that.
Right.
You seen that happen to dudes, man. It's hard. You seen what happened to them niggas trying to put themselves in the position that the Lord, it wasn't intended for them to be in, man.
Right.
You know? Because they have a problem with who the Lord set up in these times to be the leaders of Israel, man. You know? Got that?
Yes, sir. This is obscurity.
Right.
I just looked it up in Google. It says deficiency or absence of light,
Right.
darkness. It said the quality or condition of being unknown.
Right. See, niggas want to be known, like the elder said. You know what I'm saying? They want a name, but we fighting to get that name. If you stay in his route, can we get that in what is it? Revelations? It said that the Lord, hey, he that endured unto the end, the Lord will give him a new name, man. That's he the one who's gonna get that name, bro. Then you gonna have a name. The way back to that name is the straight gate, bro. And the straight gate comes with being hated, being unknown. Like the scripture say, be unknown but known at the same time, man. See, being unknown, taking the low, being humble. You know what I'm saying? This all comes with the straight gate, man. Turning the other cheek, you know. But a lot. That's why Howard Shah said a lot of men. You know, the broad way is wide, and many people find it, but the straight gate, not many people walk that path, man. You know, I know it's like the Revelation 2 or 3,
3 and 21.
I think it is. Yeah, I think
Revelation 3 and 21. To him that overcometh, will I grant to sit with me in my throne.
right. This is the position that we want. That's the position that you in security you should be fighting for, man. You see, but you have dudes on the planet Earth who want it now. The mindset of instant gratification has fucked the planet up, man. See, Esau Edom is the instant gratification. That nigga mindset that fucked the whole planet up, bro. I need it now. Instant gratification. I need it. This nigga that totally destroyed the earth, bro.
That's J.F. Hutton. That's my money, and I want it now.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't work for that shit, you know. But that's Esau's kingdom at the end of the day, man. And that what the priest is going into beautifully, man. That name is going into what? Rank. It's going to rank because the elect of Israel, they're going to have rank over, other Hebrew Israelites that's going to what? Come in second. All right? Because Yahweh Shah is highly ranked. Okay? Those that's going to sit with Yahweh Shah are going to have rank, have a reputation, going to have a name, okay? Honor. But the honor can't be realized here, man. Two kingdoms cannot exist at the same time. You're not going to have rank in Esau's kingdom and rank in Yahweh Shah's kingdom. No, it's contrary. You have to suffer on this side. Like the scripture said, what? The servant is not greater than the master. If Yahweh Shah suffered to get his rank, well, what about you?
Well, that's why y'all was I said what the first shall be last and the last shall be first, man. Right. See, this is the path. How wish I had to do it. Now he's set back on the right hand of the Heavenly Father, back in his authority, bro. You know what I'm saying? In the elect, follow the same path there. You know. I so that you read it was actually verse 20.
Revelation 13, Revelation 3 and 12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God.
Right. And Yahweh Shai is using imagery of the church in Philadelphia on what was, because that was a place that was struck by earthquake a lot. You know what I'm saying? So a pillar is a pillar is something that's firm. You see, that's stable, right? You know what I'm saying? So Yahweh Shai is using imagery of the people during that time that they can correlate and understand. You see?
I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power,
Right.
which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name.
Right. It's the thing. Right. You see? Like the brother said, when you go into that, just like real quick, let me get this in Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. I'm gonna start at 38. I'm gonna read the NLT. It says, then the Most High gives it a new body. He wants it to have a different plant grows from each kind of seed. Similarly, there are different kinds of flesh. One kind of flesh of one kind for humans, another for animals, another for birds, and another for fish. There are also bodies in the heavens and bodies on the earth. The glory of the heavenly body is different from the glory of the earthly bodies. This is the point. The sun has one kind of glory, while the moon and the stars each have another kind. It says, and even the stars differ one from each other in their glory. It says, it is the same way with the resurrection of the dead. Yeah. You see? So amongst the order, amongst Israel, the elect, it's going to be particular orders. It's ranked. You see, just like Paul was saying, the sun got his rank, the moon got his rank. Stars got their rank. Even amongst the stars, each stars have different ranks. You know what I'm saying? They have different purposes that they put there to fulfill. Right. You know, it's gonna be likewise in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know,
That establishes order. That's order. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1 talks about what? The order in the heavens being established here on earth as it is in heaven. That's what the Most High is orchestrating right now, starting with his men, the elect, the hopeful elect, and his prophets. Okay? They're establishing order in a kingdom that does not have order. And it's confusing to them. They look at us and say, what the fuck they doing out here, man? What they talking about?
right?
We're not talking about what the Christians are talking about.
Right.
They're not talking about order. They want to sing, dance, and, feel good. But we're talking about order, and that order is going to come out of chaos. Ordo ab chaos, which is Latin for order out of chaos. We're establishing order before the chaos come, right? Because that's how most kingdoms fell. You had order, and then chaos came when another kingdom came and overthrew you. And then order was established.
Right.
You got to preach.
See, and just like now, you got brothers in the truth that's younger. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers in the truth that's older, and some brothers that's older come in after the younger brothers. And so you know what I mean? That's why Yahweh Shai kingdom is totally different from this world, bro. The rank and everything. That's why Yahweh Shai explained to the disciples, look, man, my world, like, you have particular leaders of the Gentile who lord over the service of them. Hey, my kingdom ain't like that. You got to be a servant, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's order. The least the first shall be the last. You know, the people that's important, that seem important now, they're gonna be the least in the kingdom of heaven. And the people that seem least important now are gonna be the important people in the kingdom.
I got you. John 8 and 23. And he said unto them, ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world.
Right. See? That's why Yahweh Shai talked about his kingdom. My kingdom, this is my kingdom. You know what I'm saying? My servants will fight. See, so today, this gonna be a total, this world is total opposite of what Yahweh Shai stands for. Or even amongst order is frankly. But going back, like the brother, like the elder read, man, about that new name, see, being able to sit at that table, bro, we don't experience, bro. This is why, bro, this is we're gonna get our visible names back, bro. So something about this. We're gonna get our visible names back, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't know it till damn. You know what I'm saying? We'd have been through all these carnations and all had different names, but our true name is in the heaven, man. You know, we gonna get that rank back. Yeah, how shocking, hey, bro. Yeah, you know, bro.
Yeah, this is what you're made for, bro. This is why you be acting like really supposed to be doing this.
Right.
I'm supposed to be doing volcano.
Yeah. It's, you know, just something random, you know.
And then God creates everything for a purpose, right? That turn over and over. Our Shah's name is what? Salvation. He that saves, right? So every brother that's going to receive his name is going to establish your purpose that the Most High created you for.
Right.
We don't know yet, but you know, we got men in his flesh, you know, the spirit, and our brothers preach a certain kind of way or certain kind of things, man, which is, you know, affirmation to, you know, what the Most High probably created it for. But we won't know till the end. You know, those things are not relevant right now. What's relevant is what? Salvation.
Yeah, work.
Doing the work.
Right. Everything work.
Oh, that's in Colossians.
It's back to Colossians 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is back to Colossians 3, verse 5. It says, it says, in MSG, it says, and that means killing off everything connected with the way of death, sexual promiscuity, impurity, lust, doing whatever you want, feel like whenever you feel like it, and grabbing whatever attracts your fancy. That's a life shaped by things and feelings instead of by power. Yahweh Shai shot. It's because this kind of thing that Yahweh Shai is about to explode in anger.
Because of these things.
It's because of this kind of thing.
Right. This current society, how people living their life all over here in America, wicked as fuck. See, for this part, this case, the Lord is about to explain.
Yeah.
See?
And because of this kind of thing that Yahweh Shai is about to explode in anger.
Right. He did it the first time with the flood. Yep. Lord got to the point, you didn't know what I'm about to drown these niggas, man. Everybody got to go. You know, Lord's about he's gonna do it again. He's about to do it this time by fire, man. Yep. See?
It says it wasn't long ago that you were doing all that stuff and not doing any better. But you know better now. So make sure it's all gone for good. Bad temper, irascibility, meanness, profanity, dark talk.
Yeah. I mean, you know, once was gays in the ways of this world, but now that we put out the ways of the world, I mean, we have to get even more, you know, particular about, you know, refining ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, mean spirited and all that shit. You know, you gotta let it go and put on mercy, man.
Right.
You know? But yeah, you know, hey, you know, that's part of this thing, man. I'm not gonna say I got it. I'm good. You know, I ain't doing it. You know, as we read this thing, you know, we're speaking to ourselves first and foremost.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I say, society or this world always, like I say, no mercy. They teach you to how to be like a crab, as they call it, you know, they're saying crabs in the barrel. You don't have no mercy. You see somebody doing good, you want to pull them down. All right, you want to come back, I want to be a, you know, That's what this society pushes.
Or if you see somebody apologizing, if somebody, nowadays you see somebody on like somebody on the internet, they're with the phone. Somebody would just berate them. You should already did that. No, stand on that. You see the comments.
Right.
It's a very mean spirited. It's like it's almost like if you show remorse nowadays, it's a sign of weakness for a lot of people, man. You can't even show remorse anymore.
Right.
That's how you know this is Rome all over again. Because in Rome, it was weakness to show pity. If you showed any pity toward anybody, that was a sign of weakness. You're supposed to be walking around proud and someone says, begging, you kick them. Right? That was the right thing to do. And that so it is in Esau's kingdom here, man. This is Rome 2.0. Pride is exalted, man.
And if I can add too, in James, it's in 2:13, it says, he shall receive no mercy that hath shown no mercy. Ultimately, we know that's talking about Esau, but you know what I'm saying? That spirit and vibration has been pushed in the earth, put in the earth by this dude, man. So most of these people under that vibration, it's gonna get them dealt with as well, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's why when you see a nigga fighting and they fall, you see a nigga fighting, he fall, nigga already knocked out. And Jacob beat the shit out of us.
Kick him in the head.
Where you think they get that shit from? They got that shit from Esau. I tell you when Isaiah 14, he didn't lay on continual strokes. That's a nigga that's just over here. Wow. Laying over you. Nigga already knocked out. That shit from Esau. You're right.
What about say, ye are your father the devil?
Right.
Yeah.
They shot.
Right, and that's why, like the priest Bathar said, that's why Esau is not gonna receive any mercy, man.
Mm.
He done laid on the nation. All right, especially when you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans and the team was strong. He done beat you down. Here it is, we beat down to a pulp. And that nigga just standing over there, hit haymakers, right?
Beating on you.
Man,
That's hatred.
smacking you niggas in the face, man. You already sleep, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You got some more, bro?
Back in Colossians 3, verse 9, in MSG, it says, don't lie to one another. You're done with that old life.
Right.
It's like a filthy set of ill-fitting clothes you've stripped off and put in the fire.
Right. What is that? The old way, that old man stripping it out. Remember going back to that word advancements. Read it one more time. I'll continue on that.
This is in breath in the Edomite line, and it reads late 14th century to clothe an official robe of an office,
Right.
from Latin infestere, to clothe and cover, surround.
Right. Because now we put on, like the brother said, we get full time.
Come back in Colossians 3 and 9, it says, don't lie to one another. You're done with that old life. It's like a filthy set of ill-fitting clothes you stripped off and put in the fire.
Right.
Now you're dressed in a new wardrobe.
Tight ass shirt up. Nigga shirt tight as fuck. Just you know what I'm saying? Nigga wanna let that shirt go. It's his favorite shirt. She still trying to wear it. No, boy, it's ill fitting. Get that shit off.
You got some shoes, and they look old, and then you ask your girl, like, sorry, you think they still like, so
Trying to kill you.
try to clean them off.
He was bleaching toothbrush.
Yeah, try to clean them. You try to put out. You try to stuff them with socks to get the creases out. Those shoes, like, no, bro. It's over, bro. Yeah, them Air Force Ones, you go to the club. You know, back in the day when Trump music was popping, you went to the club with some brand new Air Forces on. You got a wash pit in front.
Oh,
You can't wear them no more. They all stuffed up. You in the club freestyling. That used to freestyle in the club. I done came down. I done sweating, boogieing. Bro, it's over. See, he around my age. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro, Larry.
Trying to go to school the next day with those on. You might wear them to athletics.
Right.
You know? Symbolically speaking, that's just trying to do things in this walk. I used to do things first. Played out. You gonna get your ass caught out doing this shit. Try to do ways in the world and bring it in. Jake gonna look at you like, oh, this guy, he ain't cleaned himself up.
like the Matthews, which speak about the wine in the old bottle. It is you got a piece of garment You get a hole in it, but you're gonna get another piece of sewing together. It don't work. It don't match. Got to get rid of the whole thing. Man.
Oh, yeah. It's simple.
New out in the old dollars. That's it.
Back in Colossians 3:9, it says, don't lie to one another. You're done with that old life. It's like a filthy set of ill-fitting clothes you stripped off and put in the fire. Now you're dressed in a new wardrobe. Every item of your new way of life is custom made by the Creator.
Now you gotta wait for them. See? That's
Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments. The word garments going to vesture. That's vesture, right? O Jerusalem, the holy city, from henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. So it's telling you to awake, put on your strength, put on the clothes, meaning your identity, right? Your true identity, your biblical identity. That's what that's going into about your clothes, man. But hey, I go buy a $5,000 suit. It don't mean shit on the inside of me. I'm still fucked up. This is a spiritual thing, man. You know, the spiritual clothes. Meaning you put on your nationality. You waking up out of sleep. Oh, I'm Judah. I'm from the tribe of Judah. Oh, okay, I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. That's putting on your strength and your clothes, man. Putting on your true identity, you know. True Hebrew Israelite that the Bible speaks of from your respectable tribe.
Back in Colossians 3, in verse 9, it says, don't lie to one another. You're down with the old life. It's like a filthy set of old fitting clothes you stripped off, and put in the fire. Now you're dressed in a new wardrobe. Every item of your new way of life is custom made by the Creator.
Now you have a new identity. Israelites. Not Negro, not Indian, not Native, not this, that, and the third. No, a Hebrew Israelite. That's your true clothing, your true identity, man. Go ahead, huh?
With this label on it.
What's the label on it? Israel. You know, got it.
Says all the old fashions are now obsolete. Words like Jewish and non-Jewish religions are irreligious, insider and outsider, uncivilized or uncouth, slave and free mean nothing.
Right. Various backgrounds that we came from. See, this thing about it is not a outreach for so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans that's from the lower class. People had that misconception. We're here to wake up people, all people from all walks of life.
Right.
People who are so-called learned and unlearned. People from the suburbs and from the hood. That's why we come out here to the chief place of Concord. Right? And call and bid those who have ears to hear to the wind. Okay? And you're gonna have people from different walks of life. They enter in. And guess what? Once you enter in, the ways of the world that you came from, that's irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything, bro. It don't mean anything if you came from the streets. Doesn't mean anything if you are studied, you went to college. Doesn't mean anything if you were once, a high level athlete. Doesn't mean anything if you have a doctorate or anything like that, a trade. What matters is you put on your house shop. All right.
This is James 1:1. James, a servant of Yahweh,
Right.
and of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua, to the 12 tribes which are scattered
Right.
abroad.
If you look that up, if you look that word up, scatter is diaspora. It means basically the Israelite that was spread amongst the heathen. And with us being spread amongst the heathen, guess what? Hey, we've been, we've been doing different types of slavery, man. Hey, look at Daniel. Daniel was a high ranking, officer in the Babylonian captivity. Okay. Versus you had, go ahead, sorry. That's not sure. Versus you got, you got other people that wasn't so hot. Right. Right. We all have been called out of these various captivities that we endured, to serve your house shop, man. Making up the body of your house shop. You know, regardless of of our backgrounds, what's important is putting on your house shirt, and that's the fight. Not relying on those old defense mechanisms and washing yourself and putting on that new garment. You know what I'm saying? It's the word. That's the fight. You know, not get carnal, not willing to fight, shit like that, or bust a gun, breaking somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know,
To add to what you're saying, brother, you know, it's Yahweh Shem Shai that's doing a gathering. Okay, doesn't matter your walk of life or tattered down or just be a gangster. You know, it's Yahweh Shem Shai that's doing this gathering. Okay, He's the Father of spirits. This is not about the flesh. This is about what? The spirit. Activating those spirit by what? The word. While we come out on the highways and byways, you know, you got different states, different time, but you can always catch brothers, online, regardless of what we're at. Because the Most High is doing it together by His word, Yahweh Shai. And it's this word that's going to cause you what? To make that change. Take off that old vesture. Put on the new vesture. All right? And stand out, or should I say, not stand out in this world. Because we're standing out here, but we're not really standing out. Where's the crowd of people? If this was Christianity, man, you have people out over there. Yes, Lord. Right? But we're not standing out. Again, it's not by our word, but it's by the word of Yahweh to the outside of Yahweh. So whoever steps up here and starts listening, the Yahweh to the outside brings up to the wedding.
I was gonna say, yeah, like going back into what we was talking about, the song going out, everything like that, man. I did a video a while ago, and this dude was basically explaining how birds, you ever wonder why birds at a certain time before the sun come up, they start chirping, they start singing, you know what I'm saying? When he started to go into it, he was like, it basically activates. It makes the plant so that way they can notice to open up, it opens up in that in its DNA where it opens up so it can start, you know what I'm saying, doing photosynthesis. So, start feeding from the sun. See? So the plant, hey, in the Lord liking us up the trees, you know what I'm saying? The sun going up, it's waking up, it's sparking something in your legs. Wake up and stand up on their feet, man. See, like you had mentioned that point, man. That lets you know that this is not for everybody. Like the brother we read earlier about that custom made clothing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so something custom made, that's specific to you. Right. It's only for a certain. You know what I mean?
you gotta go in and get your measurement.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Truth teller. And y'all know when Yahweh Shai died, right? When they crucified him, they had the earthquake.
Yeah.
And what happened? The souls came out of the grave. This was happening right now on a spiritual level. That word back then through Yahweh Shai extended over here and caused us to come out those graves. But those that come up here and listen but don't listen, they're still in the grave, man.
Right.
They still haven't waken up. You got it.
Not making point.
Okay. They still haven't came out those spiritual graves yet, man. Those souls, like I said, when he crucified, those souls came up, they're the elect. That's crazy. It's heavy, bro. That was
John chapter 5 and verse 25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God, and they that hear it shall live.
like the word extended from back then over to now. The prayer developing truly. The real letter to the real level. So it's how I speak, man. So we are doing spiritual powers by coming out with this word that's waking up Jake out of the graves, man. That's in Second Ezra 2 about the widow and the lame, those that have been maimed and all that. Those who spiritually dead at the end of the day. So we're speaking the words of Yahweh Shai because he comes in the volume of the book. You know?
So I can add too, that at one point in time, we didn't have understanding. You know what I'm saying? Which it puts you in that dead state. You know what I'm saying? The majority of our people are still in that state. So I want to get this real quick. It's Proverbs 21 and 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So now that we've come into this knowledge, been shown this beautiful gospel, this light, given this understanding, that pulled us out of the graves of the dead, man. You know what I'm saying? Which the majority of the nations in Israel, again, are still in that in those spiritual graves, man, because they don't have any understanding, man. They got the understanding of the ways of this world, man.
Right. That's what he said for. Here you go, Patas. Psalm 65:4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to appear unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts.
Yeah. Right here. This is the court of the Lord right here, man. You know what I'm saying? These are these altars that's established in Babylon, man. Stick it right here. Oh, bro.
Read it again. Psalm 65:4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts, as we shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, even of the holy temple.
Yep. This is it. This is that temple right here, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the house of the Lord. Most people don't understand. That's why they come up talking crazy. You know, what's that scripture that says when you keep thy foot, I believe it is.
Ecclesiastes 5:1.
Sing that out, brother.
Ecclesiastes 5:1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High,
Right. This is the house of the Most High right here.
and be more ready to hear than to give sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil.
Right. Right. One more time, Mark.
Ecclesiastes 5:1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give sacrifice of fools.
Because everybody want to get their opinion. Everybody think they know. Everybody think they got the answers. That's the sacrifice of fools, because you don't know nothing, man. You know? You don't got this understanding, this gospel, then you ain't talking about nothing. You don't know nothing, man. You hear that?
For they consider not that they do evil.
And that's an evil thing in the sight of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you're spewing the knowledge of this world, man. You know what I'm saying? Which the Lord says that the knowledge of this world is foolishness, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing. That's an evil thing, man. And most people can tell you, most people can tell you what they don't believe in. Most people can tell you what they don't believe in. A few people can tell you what they're willing to die for.
John 6:53. Then Yahushua said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. And right now, because now we have life in. We're not in that dead state. Like I say, this is the church. This is the congregation right here. This is the church. We're what? Now we're ministering. We're serving Yahweh Shah. And everybody, and I think the other mentioned when we first started the sermon, that is what? The spirit of prophecy. So we got this spirit in us now. Come out on the highways and byways, listen to our elders, bishops, apostles, apostle on down to what? Preach this word, to learn, study to show thyself approved, and come out here and present the word. Give out to the meek, all right, to the brokenhearted, as it says. We out here letting the people know what we received that bread of life. Now we got that spiritual water in us. Now we're here to present it to everyone. We can't take this in and then keep it for ourselves. You know, if you receive this, then you gotta what? You receive this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Now you gotta go what? You gotta go give the news. Yeah, that's the good news to teach. Go give the good news. We bringing out the gospel.
It says John 6:35, and Yahweh said unto them, I am the bread of life.
Yep.
He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna never thirst, we're not gonna never hunger. Now you take that, like, what you mean? You gotta eat, you gotta drink. Oh, this is spiritual aspect of things, right? We're not thirsty because what? We're not overwhelmed. Receive this. Receive this word. Lord has opened us up. He has basically opened our eyes up. It says in 1 Corinthians, within the first chapter, God, this world is blinded. God, this world is blinded the mind of the people thereof. We're not in that dead state. Now our lives are what? In the hands of Yahweh Shah, and He's watching His elect. He's covered us. That's where we go on in Ephesians 6. Now we're putting on that what? That whole armor, the shield of faith, all these different things that the Lord has given us. Now we received it, stop the wiles of the devil. Now we can block out these things. But the people that don't got the shield of faith, they don't got the armor of Yahweh Shah, they're gonna get what? They're gonna get done up. But the Lord is gonna do His mighty work upon this earth. And He gonna allow Esau, what He said, He can come down with great wrath. He can allow Esau to come down and do some, hey, damage. He can do some damage in His work. He's already done the damage. Now He can come towards you. He ain't gonna be behind, like I said, the Wizard of Oz. He's not gonna be behind the curtain. He's gonna come out around the curtain. He's gonna come out with his blessing, and He's gonna do what He's supposed to do. But that's why you need Yahweh outside these times.
Matthew chapter 10 and verse 27. But I tell you in darkness, speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. Like you said, bro, we got this truth. You don't supposed to hold it. You don't supposed to hold it for yourself. You're supposed to proclaim it. A lot of people, I was on my way up and listening. I had nigga end time headline dude. That nigga went live. That nigga so that real Sanhedrin. The small has to the Sanhedrin. And they the real people. It was like they waiting on the appearance of the Antichrist. So you got a lot of people in confusion, man. Not knowing nigga the Antichrist is here already, claiming it openly.
And you can tell that the Antichrist is here.
Right.
Look at the state of the world.
Right. Nigga talking about he put in the dance slick. Now he's talking about that week. He was talking about that week. We're talking about 7 years. Said some of the 7 years. It's a whole bunch of madness, bro.
Yeah, they always bring down the scriptures.
Right, but that's the vast majority of the world. They don't have the understanding, bro. So they're not gonna know what to look for. That's why they so confused now. Right. It's our job to proclaim this openly. That's why they feel a threat unto yourself, bro. Right. He's not worried about no niggas getting together and militias and all that shit. Because them weapons, right? He, like the elder said, that's his arena. That's his house. That nigga know how to fight in that arena.
Yeah, he needs a justification to get See, how can you take something that's how can you take something that's spiritual?
Right.
He has to come with different ways to come against us. By lumping us in with leftists and extremists, right? Extremist ideologies, things that nature, so he can attack us, right? You know, but you can't attack a spiritual temple.
Okay.
Yeah, he might be able to persecute us, but he's not going to be able to overcome those that have this understanding. You know, and even if he takes some of us out, he's still not overcoming this truth.
Right.
If I can add to about that, Antichrist is a spirit, man. That's why the scriptures say there's this Antichrist many. You know what I'm saying? It's a spirit, man. It's not a person. No.
You are.
Keep going, guys.
That's spirit right there. There's a spirit, man. We just witnessed one right now. You know what I'm saying? It's many, not one. No. Spirit, man. It's not a person.
Listen.
That was an Edomite speaking.
She been on here before. Yeah.
The brother was speaking, talking about Antichrist, and you had a damn Edomite get brought up in it.
Yeah.
Because they know that they are the son of perdition.
Yo.
Seed of Satan, man. You know? And that spirit is going to try to come up against us in the last days. But he's not going to prevail.
Right. Sure.
You know? He's not gonna prevail. Even in Revelation 12:12, we bring it out, It says, rejoice ye heavens. You know, rejoice. And then it says, hey, you know, go ahead,
This is Revelation 12, verse 12.
and actually, verse 10, it says, oh, no, mistake. Go ahead. Stop at 12. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
This is Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein, in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time.
Yeah, it's rejoicing, but you understand that guess what? It's a time of destruction too that's coming because this man knows he has a short time. So guess what? He's going to try to use certain rhetoric to demonize us, man. There's already certain Edomites online are saying, you know what, you so-called Negroes, you were better off in slavery. You were better off in hardcore bondage. Right, you were better off being lynched, things of that nature. They have a total disgust for you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, in particular the so-called Negro. And how much more so for us claiming that, guess what? Telling them to their face, guess what? You're gonna be taken down. You're going into slavery. You know, and we are the true Israelites. You know? Hey, we're putting ourselves in the harm's way. But guess what? At the end of the day, we're right. So we can't let the incredulity in this world sway us. You know, especially the times that we're coming into. Because the spotlight's gonna be put on us, Akian.
Right.
It's gonna be very uncomfortable. Little experience that I have is very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? To get threats, shit, people calling you, people calling your fucking family members. You know what I'm saying? That shit, but at the same time, fuck them. No disrespect to the fan, but you know, man, we ain't worried about what they think about us, man. We worry about how we should think about it.
Right.
You know? And guess what? We're gonna have to suffer like you help shot. But you have to be put to go through it. You know, that's what we're building ourselves up now, man. Hey, Peter, I always bring this out. Peter, he thought he was ready. But he felt a little bit of that persecution. Found out he wasn't ready, man. He had to be built up for the times that he was coming into. For the chapter in Acts, man, he's so cold that his shadow was stealing people, man. So when persecution coming, guess what? Spiritual power is coming too, man. Blessings are coming too. You know? Don't get just consumed with persecution and being downtrodden. You know, think about the overcoming too. Because blessings are coming with overcoming, bro.
Isaiah 59. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and its glory from the rising of the sun. The enemy shall come in like a flood. The spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
That's right. So the Lord's gonna lift up a standard. And we know that this man's making all these plots and schemes against us. But guess what? The Lord's going to intervene, man. Hey, you know, he said either you can do what you want to do, bro. You know you listen. You know you got your algorithm set up to listen to us. It is what it is, bro. And, but you're not going to overcome the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Shah.
Right.
Not going to overcome the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Shah. You can try all the fuck you want to. It's not going to happen, bro. Lord's going to overcome, man. You know, you're not going to be able to overcome the spirit. You know, and this go around, man, you're not going to be able to overcome us, man. Not to, you know, Yahweh Shah is going to get the W. You know?
Right.
And in the midst of your plots and your schemes, guess what? You be trotted down, man.
That's right.
You're going to lose World War III. Ultimately, you're going to lose when Yahweh Shah returns. In the midst of you guys fighting.
Right.
We're telling you that you're going to come against us. We're telling you that you're going to persecute us. We're telling you. You know? So then what? You know?
said word spirit Strong's H7307 5. Go down to it. Says party court like energy and executive administrative power.
That's right. So the Most High gonna give us full like energy, man. A certain scenario where certain men will be targeted and be taken out, and the Most High gonna set up to where guess what? Like the shredder, brother, you might send a drone for the apartment, and guess what? That drone implodes on itself. You know what I'm saying? Or the brother gets spiritual power to be able to stop that bomb right in his tracks. The bullets right in his tracks, man. Hey, brothers, hey, new level of faith, new level of faith.
Right.
You know? Hey, just because we know this man coming up against us don't mean we have to tower in fear like, oh Lord, what we gonna do it? All we have is faith. The Lord gonna work everything else out. As long as, you know what I'm saying, as long as that faith is there, man. We don't see too much, all of us together, we don't see too much to stop.
Con.
You know?
Hey, that faith, we listen to it in the scriptures, it's supposed to be building us up by the scripture, by listening, seeing what happened with the three holy children. Got thrown in the furnace. Look at Daniel and the lions thing. You know, these are faithful, knowing that when the time and adversity and time of trouble comes, the Lord is gonna have faith. The Lord will give you up to try and turn. All right.
That's really about hey man, back to the point. You got one guy. He said if I'm gonna make a video. Yeah, okay, I've been making a video talking about having a distance to happen on the screen, the pictures, size of the material they get the doctor talking about them people something like that. They believe a man gets spiritual white people, so-called white people slavery. They told he saw crime, they look if the baby got changed on. They talk about men getting power like Superman. Which you know what a different like that. Yep, right. You know that. He found up. Man has spirit. How you think King David did what he did? I didn't think King David fighting man did what he did. Judges did what they did. Solomon did what he did. Spiritual power. Man, one man of King David went through 800 men by himself. Like, come on, man. Jawbone and killed X amount of 10,000 people. The jawbone.
We believe.
Right.
It's like with these Christians, they really don't believe. And then with vocab alone, what he don't talk about is the fact that you have a substantial amount of people that are in his congregation, or not necessarily his congregation, but in his denomination, that are white supremacists, that condone slavery, that actually state that slavery was needs to be reinstated. And he'll address it somewhat. He'll address it for 2 seconds. But then he'll go back to the main focus point with demonizing us when your people were actually doing this shit, bro.
Right.
Putting it in action. The Calvinists created apartheid in South Africa. It was a Calvinist. It didn't get taken out of law until what, the 1990s? Think about that. Lethal Weapon, what's that? 2? They were talking about apartheid, I care. That was in the early 90s. When he was fighting against the South Africans. That was the 90s, bro. It's either 1 or 2. One or 2 or 3, excuse me. You know?
I can ask what you're saying, Zaquan, real quick, because vocab Malone is always looking for fear. He wants to scare us, right? Because he sees that we're
Convinced.
boasting of the Harabah Shekinah. Okay, we're standing firm Why else would he always try to go to different camps and he's looking for something, bro? But he can never find what he's looking for outside of GMS because he confessed with his own mouth that GMS has 100% truth. He said that versus these other camps. But he's looking for a way to incite fear. Because if he was a so-called Christian, we're going to preach Christianity. You can't make your platform based upon Great Millstone because that's all you talk about. I got this precept real quick. This is Second Timothy.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
Come on. This is,
That's why we brought out the accuser. He's the accuser. Exactly what he's saying. He said he's not set up to preach Christianity. He's set up to demonize us.
Right. And video, they were saying, you know, the extreme ones of the problem. We don't want to put in season out of season. Wait, Middleton. And he's using that word, these words, words like extreme. Right. Yeah, buzzwords like you never said. Oh God, extreme. And then find immediately go to niggas being hung like they said, like KKK. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You hear that word extreme. So he's painting the narrative, man, but you can't. The only way to attack the truth is by slander. You can't attack it any other way, because it's the truth. So the only thing you can do is slander and trying to make up lies about it. And he's trying to sow doubt like your brother was going into. Did you really go? Did you really keep it that? He's trying to sow doubt. That's what Satan do. Satan wants you to doubt, man. You know? But this is the truth. You can't fool the elect, man. The elect is gonna believe, bro, because it's the truth. Right. If I could precept, and he make it out real his forehead hard against our forehead. I can say that. He believe that he right, he believe we right. So we gonna figure out which one it is in the spirit. So we how about you outshot. Right.
But at the end of the day, we're dealing with the scriptures, though.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't dealing with the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And if I can just add this, he wants to use buzzwords like extreme. Well, was it not extreme what the Israelites went through?
Right.
Everything that when you go into the history and into things that this devil has done to us, been doing to us, and it's continuing to do to us, that's some extreme ass shit, bro.
Yeah.
So how you gonna say because we believe we gonna receive spiritual powers and get that back when the Lord says, as a matter of fact, because I got a lesson I'm actually gonna do on that. In Proverbs 11:1, the Lord is a balanced power. A false balance is abomination. So all them things Esau did on the if you put on the scale the scale is gonna go up. We ain't did shit, scale like this. That's the Lord hates that shit. It's abomination. You know what I'm saying? So to but the Lord, which that just wait, this is the light. What's the Lord gonna have to do? He gonna have to equal that shit out and put that on the same thing for us on the other side of that scale, bro.
Yeah.
That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? So vocab is full of shit. Fuck that nigga, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Okay, he'll say, he'll say, you guys are just mad because you were slavery. Just get over it. This guy would condone the actions of Israel and say, well, they have the right to defend themselves. And how are they defending themselves? When they started, they had the people of Palestine and basically apartheid for over 50 years. You know, shooting kids, bombing them. They're bombing them and then get some lawn chairs, sit out there and eat it, and eat popcorn. Laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? Starving children out.
Right.
And he'll say, you know what? They have a right to exist. They have. He'll rationalize the barbarism of those people, man. But when it comes to us saying, guess what? We're gonna be recompensed for all our atrocities. We're extreme. That shows you something, man.
Right.
That shows you something, man. He's a part of Satan. And he's here to do what? He's here to demonize us, sow doubt. He's here to be antagonistic to the truth.
Yeah, what's that? Romans, no, in fact, Revelation, the 12th chapter, I believe verse 9, it says the devil and Satan that deceived the whole world. He's part of that, man.
Yeah.
That nigga's an Edomite. He's part of that.
He's
He got that same spirit about him.
He's an Edomite.
Yeah.
He's here to be antagonistic to us.
Right. It's a job.
You gonna get off of this right here.
Psalm 37, 32 and 33, it says, NLT. The wicked wait in ambush in the flock. He said the wicked wait in ambush for the godly, looking for an excuse to kill them.
Right, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's looking for an excuse to demonize us. Right? He has certain things compiled about us, certain things with the shock test, right? Certain things that he done to us, certain people that he paid off that are Israelites. He do wicked shit to us. Stupid, you know, to gain intel off of us so he can attack. Right. But Jesus in the word and K-Dub came out here, they were talking to him. They were on the phone with him. So I say, let's try to do this thing so he could gain intel.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he could do what? Get clips to demonize us, man. You know? It's all about the demonization of us. There's no compromise.
Here it is. He ain't did shit action wise. He just talking mere words. Got this crack up the square. We're not just hacking motherfuckers and shoot people, man.
Right.
Man, fuck.
That's so saying mere words, man. But it ain't just our own opinion. It's just the words in the Bible. Through the word, the earth, everything we see was created. See, so let's know the power of the Lord. You know?
Uh, 37 and 33. But Yahweh Shemel Shai will not let the wicked succeed, or let the godly be condemned when they are put on trial.
That's right. So guess what? Guess what? He can do all these things. It's not going to prevail. This is true. Our shot's going to lift up a standard. Now by shooting our shots, going to lift up a standard. Right? And he vocab Love ain't going nowhere. Man. He gonna be here, and guess what? His more gonna amplify as the days of the end progress. Right? So it's up to us to keep the faith. Whoever have ears to hear, keep the faith. All right? There's gonna be some man out there that's gonna get disenfranchised, and they're gonna be sitting on his couch spilling the tea. I can see Deacon Hakkad doing that. I can see Assad doing that. In the near future, especially when money gets slow, I can see Sakari ho ass doing that. Alazar doing that.
Okay, back to
Yeah. See, it was Tahar and them that told me to watch Corn. And then I just kept up watching it, and then all of a sudden, I bought that package.
Right. No accountability.
let's get back.
Well, put it up.
That's your bag. That's it. That's your.
Right.
Like,
Right.
package that vibrates, fucking faggot. You know? But that's gonna be the type of guy that's gonna sit on that couch, especially as persecution arises. All these guys who wanted to fade, those clips are gonna be used.
Yep.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what it do. That's why, brothers, use this time that we have to get closer to the Lord, man. For yourself. All right? For yourself. Even if it's a day or two of fasting, if it's okay, let me try not to drink. You know, sometimes you succeed, sometimes you need to drink in Babylon, but try to, you know what I'm saying? Fast often, man. All right? You're coming in the times. Get comfortable with not eating.
They're in the Babylon cover. The brother, I watched the Stoic video. They were saying, yeah, be uncomfortable. Sometimes people on the fucking floor. Do that shit. On the cover back to sleep. It used to be uncomfortable.
Right.
Comfortability to make you weak, man.
Yep. Get used to not get used to pushing yourself, man.
Like,
Not going without sleep. You go without sleep, man, you get irritable. You go without eating, you get irritable. That's when the demons start really fucking with you, man. Put your body through that now, so when the time comes, you don't felt that. You're not eating intermittent fasting, like you're hungry. And you give yourself like, well, imagine me not being able to eat for 3 days. How hungry I'm gonna be, dog. Put yourself in that situation, man. we're coming to times where, guess what? These grocery stores, they're not gonna be just open as they are now. Food gonna be rationed, and that
So corn.
around that time, guess what? Persecution is gonna increase. All right. So now it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. All right. We gonna wrap up. With that being said, we give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakatadash.
the ones who posted elders that we will. Peace to you, Akiam Told. Shalom.
Shalom.